Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Just want to make sure everything's good. Good morning to everyone on your side of things. Hope you're all doing well. It was a late night last night for sure. But it's good to be back. It's exciting that they moved the match for us as well, just to make everything a little bit easier. But I see the updated schedule. I see the action we have on center court, so I'm ready to rock and roll accordingly. Happy to keep speaking. Looking at the matchups, so we start women's semifinals first, and then we'll get into our men's semifinals. I know after that, I believe the schedule I have. Excuse me. There we go. I believe the schedule I have in front of us. 3-seed Sofia Ciao, Vittoria Marchesini going to take on 5th-seeded Giulia Gaspari, Nini Valentini. After that, we'll get into our men's doubles semifinals. It'll be top seed Nicholas Giannatti, Mattias Spato taking on Diego Balatinori, Carlos Vigon. After that, semifinal number 2, Andersons and Ramos Vieira taking on Baran and Caballecci. And then I believe our finals are what? A little bit after that, a couple of hours, whatever it may be. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day for sure. A lot of beach tennis on the horizon for us, but yeah, I'll continue to talk until you let me know that the levels are good, that you have what you need. I assume it'll be the same system as we had yesterday. I will be on volume monitoring watch in between changeovers for games as well. Make sure the music's not too loud ever on our stream. It's all pretty smooth. It's all pretty simple. Credit to you guys. Thank you for making it so easy for us.
Como é que você foi embora sem dizer pelo menos adeus? Diga que valeu! Um beijo em você lembrar, saudade presa no meu coração. Louco, alucinado e apaixonado por você.
som, som 2. Som, som. Som 2, teste. Ei, som 2. Som, 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 som,
rapaz?
Meu amigo do PVT que está mexendo aí.
Muito bom dia! Vai começar o momento de decisão na nossa quadra central. Semifinal feminina do IBF Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. E eu tenho a honra de convidar a quadra a equipe de arbitragem que vai comandar essa partida. Árbitro principal, Og Nascimento. Kevin Magalhães e Diego Braga.
Bora, Diego! Joga muito, Diego!
Eu tenho a honra de convidar as atletas que farão parte desta grande semifinal. Convido a quadra Giulia Gaspari, Nini Valentini e Sofia Show e Vitória Marquezine. Semifinal, daqui a pouquinho essa quadra central pega fogo. Presenças ilustres acompanhando o nosso jogo. Bom dia, Belo Casadei.
Bom dia.
Animada, chegou aqui bonita, arrumada, perfumada, tá sentindo? Tá perfumada essa mulher, rapaz. Vai assistir um jogão em quadra, é isso? Vero, fala comigo, Vero. Que foto bonita a nossa ontem, você viu como você? Bonito. Poucas palavras. Essas italianas não falam niente, mas não falam niente. Alô, equipe de som.
dia, quadra central. Daqui a pouquinho vamos dar início à semifinal do Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. Quero desejar a vocês uma excelente manhã, um excelente dia de torneio, um jogão nessa quadra central. Eu sou a Nana Ferro e estarei ao lado dele, o locutor mais querido do Brasil, Ricardinho. Bom dia, Ricardo.
Me deram uma moral agora, né, meu Ó, que isso! Lembrando que Nini e Gaspari venceram o sorteio e escolheram receber. A gente está aqui, semifinal, ITF Sand Series Brasilia 2024, os melhores atletas do mundo em quadra, coladinho, e você aqui do lado, pertinho para conferir tudo isso.
3 minutos. Segundos. Enlouquecimento.
ITF Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024 vai começar, é momento de decisão na quadra central, semifinal feminina. Com muita honra, tenho o prazer de convidar à quadra as atletas que vão fazer parte deste espetáculo. Italiana, atual número 11 no ranking ITF, possui 31 títulos na carreira, entre eles o bicampeonato mundial 2021-2022. Vem pra quadra, Nini Valentini! Atual número 7 do mundo, possui 58 títulos ITF e é tetracampeã mundial de beach tênis, a italiana Giulia Gaspari. Atual número 5 do ranking ITF e dona de 23 títulos no circuito mundial. Campeã do Sand Series Brasilia 2021. Vem pra quadra a brasileira Vitória Marquezine. Atual número 5 no ranking ITF, possui 21 títulos no circuito. Campeã do BT 400 de Valinho, Marechal Deodoro BT 400, entre outros tantos. Eu estou falando de Sofia Show! Senhoras e senhores, um ótimo espetáculo para todos nós.
And with that, I can say welcome in, everyone, to semifinal Saturday at the 2024 Brasilia Classic. Alex Gruskin here. We have a fantastic day of beach tennis ahead. It starts with a rematch of a semifinal we saw just two Sand Series events ago. Vittoria Marchesini, the 18-year-old prodigy, partnered with Sofia Chow. Chow, as you see, the 26-year-old, career high number 3, currently ranked number 5 with her partner Marchesini. Chow serving first here on the far side. And a little double net tap for the Brazilian. Chow, former Sand Series champion, looking for her first Brasilia Classic. Marchesini, of course, won this as a 15-year-old. Back in 2021, 18 years old now, has won another Sand Series title since, but still looking for that second Brasilia Classic. Of course, on the near side of the net, a team that's reached the semifinals of all 4 of our Sand Series events to date. Giulia Gaspari, Nini Valentini. There you see the 25-year-old Valentini on your screen, currently ranked 11, but a former number 1 in the world. Multi-time Sand Series champion. Valentini Gaspari winning the second Sand Series event of this season. Finalists in the first, semi-finalists now here in the third and fourth. Of course, Chow, Marchesini knocked out round number 2 of our first Sand Series event of the year. Have righted the ship since. Semi-finals in number 2 where they were knocked out by Gaspari and Valentini. That was a straight set win, by the way, for the Italians. Of course, they were finalists at the last Sand Series event, knocked out by world number 1 Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller. Chow Marchesini did reach the finals of the BT 400 last weekend, knocked out ultimately by top seeds Flaminia Dina, Nicole Nobile. Of course, Gaspari Valentini beating that Italian duo yesterday. No doubt these are 2 of the best teams in the world. Going head-to-head in our 4th of 7 Sand Series events on the ITF Beach Tennis World Tour calendar. Of course, those are the premier events. Here's Giulia Gaspari serving on the far side, love 1.
0-15.
Reminder, all of these matches 2 out of 3 sets. No ad scoring, meaning the deuce point is a deciding point. 1 serve per point. Serve can go anywhere. You miss that serve, it is a fault and a ceding of the point. Strong overhead there from Gaspari into the body of Sophia Chow. Yeah, that's not the combination I want if I'm Chow and Marchesini. My read on after watching Gaspari Valentini yesterday, I would say Gaspari a little more decisive, a little more chutzpah behind that overhead. Valentini so soft with the touch, so quick with her reactions. Game point chances for the number 5 seeds. Drifts just wide, so it's a couple of holds early. Very close call, ultimately confirmed by the chair, and you see they're straightening out those lines. This will be the 18-year-old Vittoria Marchesini serving on the near side. But now we're starting to play. It's great coverage. Marchesini's there for the overhead, just misfires. I don't hate the play, though, at all. Yeah, first of all, the touch outstanding to extend the rally, but better offense. And again, that Gaspari overhead is just a lock. Break point chances for the number 5 seeds. And it is a break for the number 5 seeds. So Giulia Gaspari, Nini Valentini. Early 2-1 lead here in our first set of the semifinal. Of course, happening simultaneously on court number 1. Top seeds Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller taking on Sofia Cimatti, Greta Justi. Winner of that, of course, will face the winner of this one in our final later today. I mentioned the success of Gaspari Valentini. You look at the numbers, they're laughably excellent. Just laughably excellent. Giulia Gaspari, number 7 in the world, 36-8 overall on the season, as is number 11 in the world, her partner, Nini Valentini. Mentioned the Sand Series title they captured earlier this season. They also got 2 of them last year. 2 of them in 2022 as well. One thing this duo has never captured, though, this Sand Series Brasilia Classic, again, the 4th of 7 on the calendar this year, the newest Sand Series event coming to Aruba this November. Great to see the continued growth of this game. It really is quick pace. And again, the hands, the skill, the touch, the finesse, the fitness needed for all of these second jumps and reactions. It's the real deal. It's Nini Valentini, 25-year-old from Italy, will serve on the near side. 2-1 lead for the Italians. Yeah, that one landed good.
0,30.
The apology from Chow. It's quick hands, and that's the lesson. Always have those hands up.
Zero 40. Ok, só 15 minutos. Empatados em 2.
Little leap there from Marchesini. I like it as, again, back on serve we go, 2-all.
15 iguais. Quinze 30. Iguais.
You take the left court luck. We saw on a set point yesterday for the top seeds, Diaz and Miller. That's the other rule reminder. Serve hits the net court. It is a live ball, as you see the quick hands there from Gaspari. Sets up 2 break point chances. That's what semifinal tennis should look like. An absurd level across the board, but it's Valentini, Gaspari. They get the break right back, and with it a 3-2 lead for the Italians. That's just really good beach tennis.
Júlia Gaspari e Nini Valentini estão à frente no placar
Impressive
de 3
stuff.
a 2 nesta
from the Italian duo, again in their fourth straight Sand Series semifinal of the season. Look for, I mentioned Vittoria Marchesini, excuse me, Brasilia Classic champion in 2021. You look for her partner, Sofia Chow. Her and Marchesini Sand Series champions last year. It was in Valinos. Only Sand Series title to date for the 26-year-old Chow, but again, her and Marchesini knocking on the door. They reached a final in a Sand Series event earlier this season, knocked out by Diaz and Miller, also finalists last week at the BT 400 before being knocked out by Dinah Nobile. So they've been knocking on the door of a big title like this all season long. Can this be the week? Can the Brazilians find something special here in front of a home crowd? Right now it's Gaspari, Valentini, 3-2 lead. Gaspari serving now on the far side. Even if she has to flick it with a topspin grip. I mean, look at, again, this overhead here from Gaspari. To generate that sort of torque with the racket, to keep that ball down. Impressive, impressive.
Defesa de Sofia Show levanta a torcida de Brasília.
Maybe, just maybe, those quick hands can get something going from a momentum standpoint. You see the look from Chow as if to say, okay, maybe now we get rolling. 2-4, 30-15 in the Marchesini service game.
40-30.
Dare I say, a must-have service game here in the first set. Game point chances for the Brazilians.
Iguais, ponto decisivo.
Slow clap-worthy moment. Deciding point for the Brazilian pairing, Sofia Xiao, Victoria Marchesini, to stay alive really here in the opening set. So they keep it a single game deficit, 3-4. The Brazilians now trail. Gaspari Valentini still out in front. Alex Gruskin here. Again, a great day of semifinal action ahead. Coming up after this, we'll get into our men's semifinal battles. First up on that side of things, top seeds Nicholas Giannotti, Mattia Spato, taking on the unseeded pairing of Diego Boletinari, Carlos Vigón. Boletinari, Vigón earning an upset victory over the number 6 seeds in round 2. Also saw our number 3 seeds Vermaak and Giovannini knocked out in round 2 as well. So massive opportunity for each of those players. Obviously the top seeds Giannotti, Spato having already won a Sand Series event this season. They'll be the heavy favorites. Gonna get real fun in our second semifinal. Number 2 seeds Michael Cappelletti, Andre Baran, winners of 2 of our first 3 Sand Series events on the year. We'll take on the 4th-seeded pairing of Ramos Vieira and Andersons. That duo coming back from a set down yesterday to advance to today's semifinal. I imagine all that traffic's beach tennis bound. We got a great event on our hands. Beautiful venue, obviously. Massive opportunity for all of these players, and again, our 4th Sand Series event of the year. After this, though, a little bit of a break between events. Our next one will be in August. For now, we lock in a 4-3 Valentini Gaspari lead. Valentini serving here on the near side.
15-0. Iguais.
It's much better. It sets up breakpoint chances.
Sol Marquezine.
And they break for 4-all.
4.
There's always a little pep in the step of the 18-year-old Marchesini. Nice split step forward there, just always throwing a different look.
Zero 15. Mais. Quinze 30. Quinze 40.
That one's a little loose, no doubt off the racket of Xiao. This serve to the spot she wanted, just kind of came down on that forehand volley a little too much, didn't she? So breakpoint chances right back for Gaspari and Valentini.
Game. Gaspari Valentini. Placa de bolas.
É semifinal.
4.
And so they'll serve for the opening set.
Sand Series Brasilia
Xiao unable to get the overhead back, so Valentini Gaspari, 5-4 opening set lead.
Nesse momento, Gaspari e Valentini, as italianas.
Yeah, no real run. I guess Gaspari Valentini came out a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more crisp with the overhead, but again, tough for either team to gain rhythm so far. Fairly level across the board as you see the crowd here getting set for a long day of beach tennis ahead. Still 2 semifinals plus our finals to come later here on center court. Alex Gruskin here, excited to be steering the ship for all of it. Certainly a fun way to spend a Saturday. High-level tennis, beach-like views, stadium seating. Speaks to, again, the growing popularity of this sport. Prize money growing for events year after year. Certainly feels like the level's getting better and better as well. Let's see what Gaspari Valentini have for us, as it will be, by the way, Giulia Gaspari. World number 7, 32-year-old veteran from Italy, will serve for the opening set, 5-4.
Out. 15-0. Out. Então, 15.
Vitória Marquezine mostrando todo o seu talento na quadra central.
I mean, again. Excellent close there. That's the aggression they need to play with if they're going to overcome this deficit. 2 points away are the Italians from the opening set. And they find more aggression.
Sofia Show soltando o braço.
30 iguais.
Yeah, a little more confidence in the swing there of Marchesini. Sets up Shao perfectly for the 30-all. Oh, just sails long. So set point chances, 2 of them. The racket of Giulia Gaspari.
Iguais, ponto decisivo.
Which way do you go with the serve? I feel like that little cutter wide, that's probably the most effective, but deciding point, set point. Instead, she goes in. Marchesini ready for it. Shao with the quick close. And that's perfect execution. Little point to the head. She was ready for it. 2 set points fought off. We saw this same scenario unfold for the Italians yesterday. They had 2 set points up 5-4, were unable to serve it out. Ended up taking the first set in a breaker then. Might they do that same today? Or might this be the moment? Marchesini, Shao go on a little run. 5-all overall. Level once again here in our opening set. Ooh. That was body contact for sure. Oh, she got the racket. No way. Into the net it went.
Com muita categoria para fazer a curtida e deixar tudo igual. 15-15.
15 iguais. Iguais.
Yeah. Gaspari misfiring on the overhead, not something you see very frequently. It's an opportunity here for Shao Marchesini to make a real push. 30-all coming up. Look at that little flick.
30 a 40.
Júlia Gaspari esbanjando o talento
Opens
na
up the
quadra
face of the
central.
racket perfectly. Body was completely lined towards going towards the line instead. Breakpoint chances for the Italians for a second chance at serving for the set.
Igual, ponto decisivo.
Another deciding point. Second in a row. Where do you go with this serve if you're Vittoria Marchesini? What a point. That touch will be the thing we remember most, but the defensive overhead from Gaspari should not be overlooked from such a deep position. Managed to keep that ball so low still. I'll tell you what, an aggressive overhead from Marchesini for sure. Gaspari makes that reply. Maybe all of a sudden calling off her opponent, her partner, who obviously was in line for that, becomes a little more risky. Still, you feel it, you're feeling it. And the 18-year-old finds an extra gear. Now all of a sudden it is a 6-5 lead for the Brazilians here in set number one. Alex Gruskin here, if you're just joining us, 2 set points fought off by this Brazilian pairing of number 3 seeded Sofia Chao, Vittoria Marchesini. Winners of this, of course, going to face off against the winner of top seed Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller, and 4th seeded Sofia Chiamatti, Greta Justi. For what it's worth, Diaz, Miller, 6-1 one-love lead in their semifinal on court number 1. Winners of the last Sand Series events were the top seed, looking to make a second consecutive final. Now it's the Italians' turn to try to respond. Nini Valentini serving on the near side, 5-6 opening set. One of our more extended rallies there. No real opportunity for either team to inject any pace into that one. Just quick hands across the board. 15 all coming up. It's an excellent response from the Italians. Decisive hold, so we go to a first set breaker. 1-7. Win by 2. We'll switch after the first point, then we'll switch ends every 4 points. Another breaker for this Italian duo of Gaspari-Valentini. It's feeling a lot like yesterday. A lot like last night's opening set. They had a lead for the majority of the set. They saw it slip away after blowing 2 set points. Off the line goes Xiao on point number 1. Incredible. It's an ace down the tee. Make it 2-love. Lands good off the racket of Valentini. Might be a first set saving. Backhand lunge. Yeah, the lob lands just on the line. You see it in Marchesini's face. Shock. As it's a full stretch from Valentini. Yeah, Sofia Chavez just found her range on the overhead. Another ace off the line. 4-1 lead for Marchesini Xiao as we turn ends. Now this is obviously a little different than we saw yesterday for this Italian duo. They're down 3-2 in yesterday's breaker before they found a run of form to close things out. That's back to the well. Soft touch to set up that Gaspari overhead, which is the finisher. Still, Xiao able to get a racket on it. Incredible. The coordination. Still 2-4 now, the deficit. Now 5-2. Just trying to do a little too much with that backhand flick. Tried to win it all on 1 point. And now set point chances coming up, 4 of them. So they'll change ends one more time, at least. Might as well go for the big swing, right? That's why you build up the 6-2 lead. Opening set to Xiao and Marchesini. From 5-4, 40-30 down. Misfires from the Italian pairing of Gaspari and Valentini. Timely overhead, timely touch from the Brazilian pairing as well. And now all of a sudden it is a 7-6 first set for the number 3 seeds. Looking for their first Sand Series title of the year for Marchesini. Again, was a 15-year-old prodigy back in 2021 who showed up on the scene, wins this Brasilia Classic. Her and Xiao a Sand Series title last season as well. Those are her two Sand Series titles in her career. Of course, back in 2021, she won this event with Marcela Vita. Vita knocked out in the quarterfinals of this year's event with partner Veronica Casadi. 7-6 opening set going the way of the Brazilian pairing. Of course, looks like the winner of this one's going to face the top seeds. World number one pairing of Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller. 6-1 4-love lead for the top seeds. That battle on court number 1, lopsided. As they lead, Sofia Simati, Greta Justi. Of course, again, men's semifinals coming up after this on our center court. We'll have our finals action later on this evening. Fantastic day of beach tennis ahead. Alex Gruskin here. Appreciate all of you who are tuning in. Not a ton of separation between these two teams early. Again, I thought more than anything it was actually the level of the Italians, Valentini, Gaspari. Their level varied more. I thought the first 6 games they came out again so solid. The touch shots were there. Gaspari cleaned up her overhead as well as ever. Things got a little loose down the home stretch. Again, they had the 2 set points, 5-4, 40-30. It's not like they made a horrible unforced error on either of those, a regrettable choice. It was just steady play. Credit to 18-year-old Vittoria Marchesini. Her partner, of course, 26-year-old Sofia Xiao. Maybe it's the home crowd behind them, the home conditions. They're just comfortable. And they lead a 7-6 first set as they get ready for set number 2 to get underway. My sort of camera view as you tune into the facility here. Indeed, it is the Sand Series Brasilia Classic. And it'll be Valentini Gaspari to serve first. Looks like they're going to change sides of server. Gaspari, despite the change of ends, she'll continue to serve first. All right, maybe that will get things going for this 5th-seeded pairing as they look towards the comeback trail. Oh, nope. That was a fake out. Gaspari says, actually, here you go, Nini Valentini. So Valentini will maintain serving on this end. Second set, ready to get underway. Everything's just a little handsy. It's not as fluid right now for the Italians. That was a must-have point. Even if they do ultimately get broken, just to be broken in this fashion. Another fault on serve, and it is an opening break for Xiao Marchesini, so they'll get to lead from the front here in set number 2. Yeah, other than that diving lob from Valentini, just hasn't been much to celebrate of late for these two Italians. The aggression, the fluidity of Xiao Marchesini in their movements, it's just been better. It's been in sync. Setting a break lead here, 1-love.
Zero 15. Out. 0-30.
Julia Gaspari com muito talento na rede.
Gay. Gaspari Valentini. Empatados em 1. E 0. 15 iguais. Trinta 15. Trinta iguais.
How quickly momentum can flip in this sport. A massive 30-all moment as Gaspari Valentini try to get something going in set 2. Just misses it long. So breakpoint chances right back for the Brazilians. That defensive overhead, so difficult to execute. It's a 1-2 combo. Bang, bang. From Xiao and Marchesini. They break for the 2-1 lead. Here in set number 2. Meanwhile, 6-1, 5-2 lead for the world number 1 pairing of Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller. So it looks like they are headed towards this afternoon's final. Obviously, the winner of this will face the winner of that one later on today, of course. Coming up next, here on center court, Nicolas Gianetti, Mattia Spato, world number 1 men's combo. And the unseeded pairing of Diego Ballatinari, Carlos Vigon. After that, it'll be Maximilian Andersons, Antonio Miguel Ramos Vieira taking on Andre Baran. Michael Cappellecci. I'll tell you what, best team I saw yesterday was Baran and Cappellecci. How fluid they were in everything they wanted to do, how crisp their putaways were. That's my favorite on the men's side. Now, coming into today, I actually thought all of our women's teams looked pretty level. Obviously, the performance Diaz-Miller are putting on in their semifinal, that's a message to the rest of the field. 3 points away are the top seeds. Right now it's a 7-6, 2-1 lead for the third-seeded pairing of Sofia Xiao, Vittoria Marchesini. It'll be Xiao serving on the far side. Great serve from Sofia Xiao, and now 4 game point chances for the Brazilians to extend their lead. May hold for 3-1, our first hold of the second set. Feels like it's another must-hold service game for Nini Valentini. Oh, no way. It's your point of the match.
Que ponto foi esse na quadra central? É muito talento.
Once again, so impressive. The hands from Sophia Shao. She has been your most impressive performer of the day. Just feels like everything she touches, finding magic. An opportunity, dare I say, to almost put this match away. And now it's breakpoint chances. 4 of them coming up. Shao and Marchesini take a 7-6-4-1 lead. From 2 set points down in the first set, they have found another gear. And again, it was 5-4, 40-30. Giulia Gaspari serving for the set. Had 2 good looks, no doubt about it. Now, it wasn't an overhead on top of the net, missed or anything crazy, but ever since they failed to capitalize on that, I mean, are you kidding with that touch from Sophia Shao? After that, let the 18-year-old do the hard work, right? She's got those young legs. 2-match day. Gotta save those steps. Now the question for these two who have had so much success all season long, it's their 4th semifinal in 4 2024 Sand Series events. Straight set win over the 2 seeds Dinah and Nobile yesterday, but right now the Italians, Giulia Gaspari, Nini Valentini, they're in trouble. A 7-6-4-1 lead for the Brazilian pairing of Sophia Shao, Vittoria Marchesini. Marchesini serving here on the near side. Oh. Oh. I mean, that's a heat check. I mean, this touch from Valentini right here, filthy. And if that one goes in, just stop the match. We're good. We've seen what we need to see. How's that for a response? Play that overhead with pace. You're opening up the angle. Yep. Gaspari says, I see your short angle, I raise you one. 3 break point chances here for the Italians. And now this is the game. It's a break for Gaspari and Valentini, as, by the way, Rafaela Miller, Patricia Diaz through to this afternoon's final. 6-1, 6-2 win for the world #1 pairing. This is the game. Giulia Gaspari, the former world #1, serving on the far side. If she finds a hold here, we're back in this match. If not, we're just at a place now where it's hard to see Sofia Schaum, Vittoria Marchesini. Handing this one away. That's a much better point, a much better close. When's the last time we saw an overhead like this on top of the net for this Italian pairing? Oh, that lands good. They had to have it. They get it right off the line. Watch the replay. First of all, look at the quick hands there off the net cord. It's an Italian response. Game point chances to put their first hold of the set on the board. Makes our life a little more interesting, doesn't it? And the Italians do hold, so that's a response. Break hold, it's back to a 4-3 deficit. Now again, you'd certainly still rather be the #3 seeded pairing of Brazil's Sofia Schaum, Vittoria Marchesini, pairing a 7-6, 4-3 lead, but don't want to give this Italian pair anything to rally behind. When they get hot again, the touch for Valentini so crisp, the overhead for Gaspari can be overwhelming. It's a look back into this match, as Gaspari Valentini tried to reach their 3rd Sand Series final of the season. Again, the Italian pairing won the year's first. Winners of the year's 2nd Sand Series event as well. Lost in the final of the first. They win the 2nd. Knocked out in the semifinals, 10-6 in the 3rd by eventual champions, world #1 Diaz and Miller. Of course, Schaum Marchesini making the finals of the most recent Sand Series event. Also reached the finals of last week's BT 400 event here in Brazil. They'll now serve 7-6, 4-3. Sofia Schaum in particular, 26-year-old former world #3. Misses the serve long, not the start you're looking for. That center serve's been the play. That one just gets away from her. Now we're playing.
Que ponto foi esse, meu
That's
amigo?
their level when they're at their best.
Com
Valentini,
muito talento.
Gaspari, breakpoint chances to level the set.
Sim, 40.
And there's a break back. 3 straight games for Gaspari and Valentini. We are back level in set number 2.
4-4. É bem cantada essa pela Sofia Show, hein?
015. Zero 30.
Júlia Gaspari no segundo andar para colocar essa bola para baixo.
I love the little adjustment step before the leap as well to recenter herself. It's perfect footwork to set up the overhead. Oh. No left court luck for the Italian there. It's a home bounce. Sets up 2 breakpoint chances for Xiao and Marchesini. How about that for a little sneak up the line? What a response from Valentini. A deciding point coming up. It's a break for Xiao and Marchesini. They will serve for the match on the other side of the change of ends. But now the levels start to heat up. Feels like it's the first time this match where we have both teams playing good beach tennis here. Alex Gruskin, appreciate all of you joining us here for semifinals Saturday. Of course, semifinals Saturday will turn in to championship Saturday later this afternoon. So now we get into it. Winners again to face Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller, the world #1 pairing in the final. Here is 18-year-old Vittoria Marchesini, 2021 champion of this Brasilia Classic, serving for a spot in a second final. Not the start you're looking for. Little bit of a hiccup. Gets one back with the decisive overhead. Breakpoint fought off 30-40. We had quick hands there from Sophia Shao. It's a break back. Let's play on. Dangerous leave. But a good eye ultimately. So 5-all, no set points yet. No match points, I should say, for this Brazilian pairing. From 4-1 down in the second set. Now 5-all, we play on. No, that leaks a little wide.
15-30.
Beijando a rede para garantir o ponto.
Now we're just painting lines every point. Oh. Had to play it. It was landing good. And you hear the roar break point chances right back for Xiao and Marchesini.
Good. Só Marquezine. Ela avança em 6-5.
No detalhe essa bola, hein?
We stay
Meu amigo,
on break, dare I say, as Xiao Marchesini break right back. They will serve now for the match once again. Alex Gruskin here, winner of this, to face top seeds Rafaela Miller, Patricia Diaz in our women's doubles final. Of course, coming up after this, get into our men's doubles semifinals. Two fun matchups ahead. It starts out with top seeds Nicholas Giannotti, Mattias Spato, and the unseeded pairing of Diego Volatinari, Carlos Vigon. After that, second seeds Andre Baran, Michael Capalecci, taking on fourth seeded Maximilian Andersons, Antonio Miguel Ramos Vieira. Two faults on serve in the last service game. 18-year-old Vittoria Marchesini just never really felt like this Brazilian pairing even had a look at the match. Certainly didn't reach match point in their 5-4 service game. What can the veteran Sophia Xiao do differently here? She'll serve for the match, 7-6, 6-5. Another first point for the Italians. Now, again, we're playing. You feel the tension in either player looking to make the first aggressive move. An excellent overhead.
Colocando no cantinho para deixar tudo igual, 30-30.
And Gaspari just didn't do quite enough with that backhand lob. Sofia Xiao able to pounce 2 points away from the match now are the Brazilians. And this crowd is ready to erupt for them. Match points for the Brazilians. Sofia Xiao is having herself a match.
40-30. Tensão total na quadra, pulsando. É match point na quadra central.
Now it's on the Italians to fight off 2 set points. Difference being their match points as well. Through to a second straight Sand Series final. Sofia Xiao, Vittoria Marchesini. A 7-6, 7-5 victory and a date with Rafaela Miller, Patricia Diaz. A rematch of our last Sand Series final in store for us later today. What a victory again from 5-4 down, 2 set points down in the opening set. 7-6, 7-5 victory for the Brazilian duo, and to end it like this as well epitomized the performance of Sofia Xiao today. She was excellent. And the Brazilian veteran will play for her first Sand Series Brasilia Classic title. Of course, Marchesini looking for her second, her first though since she was 15 years old back in 2021. What a fun final that will be. We'll have it for you later, of course, coming up after our men's semifinals. First, though, let's hear from our finalists. Let's hear from the Brazilian pairing through with a 7-6, 7-5 victory. It's Vittoria Marchesini, Sofia Xiao.
Sofia Xiao, Vittoria Marchesini, finalists here in Brasilia. First in English for ITF. Sophie, how are you feeling after this victory?
Extremely happy. It was an extremely difficult match for us. Last match that we played against them, we were not able to impose the rhythm of our game, and these conditions are not easy for us. So it was really difficult, but we are very happy to reach the final.
E é isso aí, fã do esporte, Vittoria Marchesini, Sofia Xiao em mais uma final na temporada, repetindo uma final que vocês já conhecem do Sand Series de Gran Canária. Mas antes, Vittoria, vamos falar desse jogo específico. Vocês tinham se encontrado na temporada e tinham saído até com aquele gostinho de quero mais, né? Vocês não conseguiram impor o ritmo e agora foi diferente.
É um jogo muito difícil contra ela sempre. São duas jogadoras muito agressivas. São duas, não tem nem o que falar na verdade, né? Agora nossas parceiras de treino também. Claro que as duas querem ganhar, mas parabéns para as meninas também. É sempre muito difícil jogar contra elas, mas eu estou muito feliz de ter ganho esse jogo. Brasília é um lugar muito especial quem viu a gente jogando na primeira rodada e ver a gente agora na final. É muito bom isso, lidar com todas essas dificuldades.
É isso, a gente fala do processo das duplas, né? Mas existe o processo na competição.
Eu tô quase gorfando depois de ouvir essa palavra. Processo, processo, processo.
Mas existe o processo dentro...
Vamos fazer acontecer.
Mas existe o processo dentro de cada competição. E vocês saem numa primeira rodada tão em dificuldade que vocês passam por super tie break e chegam agora fortalecidas para encararem a dupla número 1 do mundo.
Com certeza passar por um super na primeira rodada dá um espanto, assim, né? Dá um friozinho na barriga e é até importante que... Não é importante que a gente passe, mas é importante que a gente tire as coisas boas que teriam para tirar daquele jogo. E acho que a gente conseguiu fazer isso depois nas quartas de final, que a gente teve um foco em todos os pontos. Então, feliz assim com o resultado.
Bom, boa sorte para vocês, nos vemos na grande final e não falaremos mais em processo. Vamos falar em caminhada para Sofia Show, certo? Caminhada pode ser?
Pode.
Então tá bom, agora você vai caminhar até a câmera para assinalar. Vitória Marquezine, Sofia Show, finalistas e final definida aqui no Femininos. Vitória Marquezine e Sofia Show enfrentam Rafa Miller e Paty Dias.
Well, there you hear it. Advancing to the final, Sofia Show, Vittoria Marquezine. Date with top seeds Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller awaits. Of course, that will be a rematch of a Sand Series final we saw at our last Sand Series event. Of course, that one came back in the middle of May, so about a month ago. Diaz and Miller on that occasion, 6-4, 7-6 win. We'll see if they can back that up, or if today will just continue to be Sofia Show, Vittoria Marquezine's day. Again, that final coming up later this afternoon. It is going to be a fun one. Looking forward to calling that for you all. In the meantime, getting started here in a moment. They'll get loose first. But next up, time for our men's doubles semifinals. Kicking things off, it'll be top seeds world number 1 Nicholas Giannatti, Mattia Spato, taking on Diego Balatinari, Carlos Vigon. I'll step away for a moment until our action resumes. But folks, don't go anywhere. We still got a lot of good beach tennis to come. You're watching coverage of the 2024 Brasilia Classic.
Boa sorte, meninas. Vão descansar, porque daqui a pouco tem mais delas em quadra. 18 horas, elas estão aqui para a grande final contra Paty Dias e Rafa Miller, a final feminina. Os líderes se vê e agora é dar aquele tapa, deixar tudo prontinho, porque já tem chamada de jogo no rodada masculina. Semifinal masculina entrando em quadra daqui a pouquinho. Sand Series Brasilia 2024. É hora de semifinal, é hora de jogo bom nessa quadra central. Vai em vaga finalíssima na masculina. E eu vou começar combinando para os nossos pequenos e fundamentais auxiliares. Gabriela, Rafael, Maria e Breno. Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. Que tem o apoio master da Secretaria de Esporte e Lazer do Governo do Distrito Federal. O evento apresentado pelo Banco PRB com o patrocínio de Alto Giro e do Sesc Fê Comércio. Obrigado ao Alto Giro que me deixou aqui, ó, galando então essa quadra central. Vamos dar início ao protocolo oficial de chamada e vamos convidar a equipe de arbitragem que vai conduzir essa partida. Nosso árbitro principal, Gabriel Loureiro, João Paulo Menegas, e os atletas que farão parte desta grande semifinal: Diego Boletinari, Carlos Bigão, Matias Boto, Nicolas Tianotti, é dia de decisão, é dia de decisão na quadra central. A partir de agora, todos os jogos acontecem aqui na quadra central, meu amigo. Você vai acompanhar de tênis de alto nível, põe alto nível, lá pra cima. Jogo valendo vai na grande final, lembrando, são duas semifinais na sequência aqui na quadra central. A partir das 18 horas, final feminina, e 20 horas está marcado a grande final masculina. Vamos descobrir as duplas que farão parte deste grande espetáculo na busca pelos 600 pontos válidos no ranking ITF. Um evento que tem premiação total de $50 mil. É o Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. E eu quero saber da Naná, vai ter esse intervalo, né? No intervalo dos sets vai ter ação nessa quadra, mas para isso tem que estar bonita, tem que estar animada.
Vai ter brinde sim, eu já tô mandando mensagem para os nossos patrocinadores, falando que a galera da quadra central é a mais animada e que se mandar pouco não vai dar não. Então pode mandar mais brinde para todo mundo ficar bonitão aqui na quadra central para essas grandes semifinais e também mais tarde final da categoria feminino e masculino do Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. O clássico ainda melhor.
E rapaz, eu tô vendo essa torcida de Goiânia chegando aqui, ó. Eles vão fazer barulho desse jeito porque eu sei que eles são. É a Arena Verano e o peso dessa quadra central para agitar esse jogo de semifinal. Ô Naná, se eles gritarem Ricardo do jeito que eles gritam Diego, eu jogo um brinde pra eles também.
Essa torcida, ela veio animada e uniformizada.
Naná, eu tenho uma torcida gritando o meu nome, Naná. Você nunca vai conseguir isso, Naná. Gianotti e Matia Espoto venceram o sorteio e escolheram receber o saque no começo de partida.
Dia lindo em Brasília, a capital do nosso Brasil. E eu quero saber da onde essa galera veio. Que eu sei que tem gente do Goiás aqui. Cadê a galera de Goiás? Ô Goiás, vamos! Cadê a galera da Bahia? Ei, Bahia! Cadê meu povo? Pãozinho de queijo? Cadê Minas Gerais? E vamos subir. Cadê o povo do Rio Grande do Norte? Olha eles aí, nunca mais esqueci de vocês, viu? Teve uma amiga, cadê a minha amiga de areia branca? Cadê ela? Ela achou que eu ia esquecer, mas eu não esqueci. Oi?
Você sabe que tem uma galera, vamos ver, a galera, porque ontem eu descobri que o Acre realmente existe. A galera do Acre tá aí, não? Olha lá!
3 minutos.
Eu fui prestar atenção em você, Ricardo. Parece que aconteceu coisa, uma zona perigosa eu estava aqui.
Eu acho que eu achei uma cadeirinha. Será que alguém vai me descobrir aqui se eu ficar quietinho? Eu vou assistir o jogo na pedra do árbitro aqui, ó.
Aonde eu tava perigoso. E essa galera aqui é da onde? Então calma aí, eu quero saber. Cadê a galera de Brasília?
especificamente eu sei,
Da onde?
tem galera do Rio de Janeiro. Tô ligado que tem Rio, olha lá, é.
Olha ali, ó, um monte ali. E ainda
Mas,
é camiseta do Flamengo.
pois é, eu ia fazer esse comentário, a galera do Rio só estão maltrapidos, né? Bem mal vestidos aqui pro... Muito mal vestidos pro tamanho do evento, mas ok, a gente permite hoje.
Eu não vou entrar nesse mérito, porque a gente tá falando de beach tennis, mas galera de São Paulo, ei, da onde? O Naí, podia ter rolado meu pãozinho cheio, tá gostoso? Cadê, quem mais? Vocês tudo têm Sand Series Brasilia, não é não?
Um minuto.
Tá muito quietinho, vazio mesmo, senhor? Oi! Inglaterra, hi, how are you? Ele falou que é da Inglaterra. Em português, eu perguntei em inglês, ele não soube responder. Tem alguma coisa diferente nesse inglês. Esse inglês tá meio... Clean Waters. Você é de Clean Waters? É? Cadê a galera de Clean Waters? Tá, pra quem não entendeu, cadê a galera de Águas Claras?
30 segundos.
O povo de Águas Claras, eu tô vendo eles aqui, não quero se manifestar. Se eu perguntar se era lá do sul, vocês iam falar, né, seus caras de pau? Galera, eu volto no intervalo, porque eu decorei o rostinho de quem conversou comigo. E o brinde vai pra galera que tá interagindo. Agora tu quer falar, né? Pará! Cadê a galera do Pará? É isso. Meu 360, eu vou ficando por aqui e a quadra
Sem
central
aquecimento.
tá com você, Ricardinho.
Chegou a hora! Momento de decisão. É semifinal ITF Sand Series Brasilia Classic 2024. E com muito orgulho eu vou chamar a quadra os atletas que vão dar este espetáculo na nossa quadra central. Ele é italiano, atual número 27 no ranking ITF. Já esteve entre os 10 e possui 24 títulos no circuito mundial. Vem pra quadra, Diego Boletimari! Seu parceiro, atual número 17 no ranking ITF. Ele possui 17 títulos ITF. O venezuelano Carlos Vigón. Ele é o número 1 do mundo, possui 42 títulos e é o atual campeão do ITF Beach Tennis World Tour Championships e do Sand Series 2021. Vem pra quadra o francês Nicolas Gianotti! Número 1 do mundo, possui 37 títulos, entre eles o ITF Beach Tennis World Tour Championships e o Sand Series Brasilia 2021. Eu estava aqui, o italiano bad boy do beach tennis, Mattia Spotto!
And with that, I can say welcome back in, everyone, to our coverage of the 2024 Brasilia Classic. Alex Gruskin here. It is time for our men's doubles semifinals to begin. It's the world #1 pairing, Nicolas Gianotti, Mattia Spotto, taking on 29-year-old Italian world number 27, Diego Bollettinari. World number 17, 24-year-old Carlos Vigón. Vigón to serve first, and he finds the line early. And just from a confidence perspective, how nice is that to start things off? they sustain this level, we've got ourselves a match. Couple of semifinals in the careers of Vigone, Balatinari. Both men, Balatinari, Vigone, have won titles, never at the Sand Series level. Of course, the highest level we have on the ITF Beach Tennis World Tour. Our 4th of 7 on the season here, this Brasilia Classic. Friendly reminder. Beach tennis, you get one serve. Serve can go anywhere, but you only get one. Of course, if the serve hits the net, tape trickles over. It is a live ball. 40-15 here. Let's see our first fault of the match. 2 out of 3 sets. First to 6 win by 2. Tiebreaker at 6-all. The third set, of course, a super breaker. Played to 10 points. Win by 2. 40-30 in the service game here of Carlos Vigone. And all of a sudden, a deciding point. That's the last rule to tell you all about, of course. The deuce point, a no-ad deciding point. Winner of this will take the opening game. It's an opening game. It's an opening hold for Vigone. And Giannotti popped up that first ball. You see the conversation, animated always. He and partner Mattias Spato. You don't get to world number 1 without some passion. Saw that same passion for them early. They struggled in what was ultimately a straight set victory, but was 3-all before they won the final. It was actually, they trailed 3-2 before they won the final 10 games of their match yesterday in their quarterfinal victory. Nicholas Giannotti here to serve first. It's just tricky. Would have been a good serve without the net cord. With it, an ace for Giannotti. Play from Vigone, of course. Nicholas Giannotti, a 5-time Sand Series champion. He and Spato, 5 titles together. They actually won this Brasilia Classic back in 2021. that serve just gets so low on you so quick. It's an opening hold for Giannotti. And when he's really feeling it, that line serves what he's turning to. Good eye to let that one sail, 1-all. Never how you want to start your opening service game if you're Diego Balatanari. 2 semifinals last year for Balatanari at the Sand Series level. For the highlight reel, that save from Vigone, but relentless, the offense of Giannotti and Spato. I mean, come on, that one right there. Are you kidding? Falling backwards behind his head. Needed that freebie, they get it. Breakpoint chances coming. Great defense from Balatanari and Vigone, but relentless Spato, Giannotti when they find their way forward. And that's really what flipped for them down the second half of yesterday's match. They just started getting more aggressive. And boy, when they close, are they successful. And it's a break for the top seeds. Nicholas Giannotti, Mattias Spato take their first lead of the match. 2-1 here in our opening set. Of course, if you missed it earlier today, Vittoria Marchesini, the 18-year-old Brazilian, partnered with 26-year-old Brazilian Sofia Chao. Straight set winners, the number 3 seeds through to the finals. Sets up a rematch with Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller, the world number 1 pairing on the women's side. Diaz and Miller dominant in their straight set victory earlier today. We just saw that matchup in the most recent Sand Series final, a match won by Diaz and Miller. I'll tell you what, this time Chao, Marchesini, they've got the home crowd behind them, and boy were they solid. Sofia Chao in particular had herself a day. Fascinating to see how they match up with the world number 1 pairing. Obviously, world number 1 pairing here, Giannotti, Spato. A little shaky in the opening game, but now they're rolling. 2-1 lead, Mattias Spato. Already a world number 1 is the 24-year-old from Italy. And look, if you're world number 1 at anything, that's gotta be a good feeling. Best in the world. I don't care what the thing is. Spato will serve here, 2-1 opening set.
Carlos Leon!
Genius early in the service game of Spato. That's where they're at their best. That's the bread and butter. That's why he wants to play that first serve line so that the closing Giannotti can have a big forehand swing at whatever that third ball is. I don't know if anyone's better. You know what? Andre Baron want a cup of coffee in that conversation. We'll see him later. The big lefty, his overhead, probably the most potent we have on the men's side. But Giannotti's certainly in the conversation. That's such good touch. Such good touch from Spato to dig that ball out. I mean, no doubt that's one Balatinari has to have. But game point chances now for the 24-year-old Italian. From love 30, Spato holds. Well, that's why they're the world #1 pairing. Whether it's the +1 overhead of Giannotti, the defensive dig of Spato, just back to the basics. 3-1 first lead of the match. Key here is don't rush, right? If you're Vigone, if you're Balatinari, you want to make up that deficit on every point you play, but you can't. It's got to be a one-at-a-time mentality. Great combination. Sports excellent. On the edge of your seat for the entirety of that one. A little let cord luck, no doubt, but still the quick hands from Giannotti. And the moment he got a chance to accelerate, he does. Yeah, I was going to say scoreboard need to update their deuce point coming up. A big one as Balatinari Vigone try to stay alive in the opening set. What's the spot here for Vigone? I think you go to Giannotti. Oh. The touch is filthy. And hopefully you see the little forehand pancake grip, not on this one, on this next one. Right here. Yeah, that grip. Doesn't hit a backhand. manages to flatten that response volley out as Giannotti. Not much Vigone can do but pop that ball up in response. I mean, so impressive. He's #1 team in the world. 4-1 lead. Double break now here in our men's semifinal. And again, Alex Gruskin here, winner of this, to face the winner of Andre Baran, Michael Cappellecci. Take on Maximilian Andersons, Antonio Miguel Ramos Vieira later today. Actually, they take on those two immediately following this. A lot of good beach tennis still, though, to come. We got 3 more matches. Our other men's doubles semifinal, our 2 doubles finals for the men and women. Beautiful day for action here at this 2024 Brasilia Classic. Always one of the most festive events on the calendar. And right now for Spato Giannotti, more than anything, it's just in rhythm. Little difficulty sure in the Spato service game as you see Giannotti racing up. Yeah, these guys are athletes. Shocker, a guy who jumps on a beach all day has hops. I would venture to say Nicholas Giannotti can probably dunk a basketball. Legs have to be strong. You train in the sand all day. We'll see if he gets asked that in the post-match press conference. In the meantime, Giannotti will serve. 4-1 lead for the world #1 pairing as he races back onto the court. Might need the racket. I've been told that's essential. They'll take a freebie. They need them. One at a time if you're Vigone Bollettinari. Can't get it all back at once. Good eye from Mattias Spato. Almost leaked its way back in. What's the conversation there? Should Giannotti have left that ball for Spato? Tough to say. Would have been a tough shot either way. Vigone splits the middle. Its breakpoint chances back, and that was a well-executed serve. Guess he just caught him off guard there, so 3 breakpoint chances now for the unseeded pairing of Bollettinari and Vigone. to break back. Something to at least get going here. You see the fault into the net from Giannotti. So 2-4 now. Diego Bolatinari will be serving. Look in the world number 27, the 29-year-old from Italy. Such an opportunity to make a real push up the rankings. That semifinal result's going to get him back into the top 25 for sure. Reached a career high of number 10 in May of 2022. I don't know if even winning this event would get him back to that number, but it would get him on the way. That overhead's ridiculous. How well he loads the legs, springs into it. It's textbook stuff. Giannotti, Spato get the break right back. So 5-2 lead for the world number one. They will serve. For the opening set, Alex Gruskin here. World number one pairing of Spato Giannotti have been solid so far. One new service game there from Giannotti, sure, but other than that, every overhead they've taken care of. Consistent on the return so far as well, keeping that ball so low. They call it the Brasilia Classic for a reason, a beautiful venue. Home to this 2024 event. One of the highlights of the calendar each and every season, of course. One of 7 Sand Series events we have spread out throughout the course of the year. The next coming up in August. Of course, we end the year now with that 7th new event in Aruba, $75,000 prize pot there. Matches the biggest prize pot we have on the ITF Beach Tennis World Tour. Sport continues to grow in popularity. You can understand why. The quick rhythm, the pace, the reactions, physicality of every step, every leap, the touch. It's a lot to offer. Certainly looking forward to Championship Saturday here as we roll on 5-2 lead. It will be Mattia Spato, the 24-year-old Italian, serving for the opening set. an excellent close. And yeah, the key if you're Balatinari, if you're Vigone, just keep that first ball away from the closing Giannotti. All Giannotti wants to do is take a big cut with that forehand, that delicate touch to keep that return to the Spato side. Yeah, because the big man can do that with ease. Spike downward. Game point. Excuse me. 15-30 becomes 30, all 2 points away from the set now. Set points coming up for the world #1 pairing. Serve's got to go line, right? No. Different spot. Goes with the short angle cross. Successful for Mattia Spato. He and Nicholas Giannotti closing in on a third Sand Series final of this 2024 season. Finalists at the first event of the year. Knocked out 10-7 in a third set breaker by second seeds Andre Baran, Michael Cappellecci. Of course, they win the second Sand Series event of the season. Straight set win in the final over the pairing of Bermakin Giovanni. Finals of the third Sand Series as well, for Giannotti and Spato, and that one knocked out by Baran Cappellecci as well. So they're playing for a fourth straight final. And I alluded to this yesterday, but yeah, this is the team you got to go through. There's a reason they're the world #1s. They have been the best team at the biggest events all season long. Really, their only falter, BT 400 last weekend. They were knocked out by 7th seeds Mola Cariani 10-7 in the third set, but obviously got a little revenge for that win, knocking out that pairing yesterday, 6-3, 6-love. This is the world #1 team, the team to beat. They've looked the part so far, 6-2. Everything in rhythm. Everything fairly routine would be my assessment of set #1. If you're Boltinari, Vigone, no panic. If anything, it does feel like they're a bit rushed through set #1. Maybe you slow the pace down, try to extend some rallies. Again, it's so difficult to face this team. You feel like the lob is completely taken away, just given how high quality both players, Giannotti and Spato, are with their overheads. You try to jam that Giannotti backhand wing whenever possible. The problem is you leave that ball up, he takes it early, he's on top of the net, he spikes it down. Not a ton of easy spots to play to. Spato so solid all around. 6-2 opening set for the top seeds. What do Vigone, Boltinari come up with as they try to mount a comeback here? Second set about ready to get underway. We wait for Diego Boltinari to make his return to the court. And there we see him jogging in. It will be Carlos Vigone, much as he did in set #1 to kick off the serving here in set 2. A little bit of a discussion, as you'll see the replay here. Now everything gets a little more animated. Finals on the line. Couple haymakers are always going to be thrown, as it's an opening hold for Carlos Vigón to just steady the ship to start set number 2.
Segundo set.
Here Diego chants in the crowd for Diego Boletinari. Evidently has emerged as a fan favorite. This was the service game they were able to break in set number 1, the game of Nicholas Giannotti. It's a much better close from Spato, who's just trying to get engaged in the game, right? As the doubles partner, who's ever serving, you just feel like, hey, I got to do my part. I got to help you out a little bit. Look to make a first move. Yeah, when he's landing that serve, you're just not beating him. Ridiculous. It's what world #1 tennis should look like. They hold for 1-all.
Mandando na linha para deixar tudo igual neste segundo set.
Good eye to let that ball sail. I don't want to say a must-hold service game for Boletinari, but man, would it be nice for the confidence. Just to put one on the board here. He's yet to hold serve. That's just an easy break of serve. So for the first time here in set number 2, the world number 1 pairing, Giannotti Spato, setting a break lead, 6-2, 2-1 in our first semifinal. Again, coming up following this one about 10 minutes afterwards will be our final semifinal of the early session. Number 2 seeds Andre Baran, Michael Cappellecci, already winners of 2 of the 3 Sand Series events this season. They're going to take on the 4th seeded pairing of Andersons and Ramos Vieira. Of course, we've already seen Giannotti Spato take on Baran and Cappellecci in 2 different Sand Series finals this season. Both those matches taken by the pairing of Baran and Cappellecci. You do wonder sneakily, Giannotti Spato. Still some work to get through this one, but would they be rooting for the rematch? Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, maybe you're just better than me. I feel like the margin between those teams too thin to expect Giannotti Spato not to knock off that team eventually. Still, both teams some work to do to even set up that final rematch. One I think beach tennis fans everywhere might certainly root for. In the meantime, we're just rooting for good action. And here, Mattia Spato, 24-year-old Italian, serving 6-2, 2-1 up.
Como um raio, o Espoto entrando na rede, colocando para baixo.
Not sure what the conversation was about, but it's a break back for 2-all. Had to have it, they get it. That's when he does that, that it's just so special, that little pronated forehand from a backhand position overhead flick. This next shot, this one. How many people in the world can do that successfully? Not many. And a soft touch in response from Vigone. And it's a break right back for Spatto and Giannotti. 3-2 lead for the world number one pairing as they make another turn of end. Alex Gruskin here. Appreciate all of you joining us for this 2024 Brasilia Classic. Earlier today, I'd call it a little bit of an upset. Nini Valentini, Giulia Gaspari had already won a Sand Series event this year and made another final as well. Yeah, they were the number 5 seeds, but I certainly would have included them in the list of favorites. They get knocked out. Sofia Xiao, Vittoria Marchesini, 7-6, 7-5. Marchesini Xiao, 5-4, 40, 30. 2 set points down in the first set. Able to flip things from there. Saw a 4-1 lead evaporate in set number 2, yet able to close things out in straights. They'll take on top seeds Patricia Diaz, Rafaela Miller. The world number 1 women's pairing dominant in a 6-1, 6-2 victory. That'll be a fun Sand Series number 3 final rematch here in event number 4. In the meantime, out of the chair comes Nicholas Giannotti. He'll serve here again, set and a break, 3-2 lead for the world number 1 men's pairing. Another beautiful day for some beach tennis. Yep, with authority. Four break point chances right back. Such quick hands. And this is the danger zone. If you're Giannotti, do you go for the big serve line? When he makes that spot so often, again, he and Spatto end up with the point. It's a high-risk serve, but so often high reward. It's a break right back for Bolatinari and Vigone. He went for the line serve, but the unseeded pairing was ready. Level once again, 3-all second set. No, misses it wide. It's an opening. A lapse in concentration here from the world number 1 pairing. Now all of a sudden 30 love as Bolatinari tries to eke out his first service hold of the match. That's just exceptional. Game point chances coming up for Bolatinari and Vigone as middle solves the riddle. That's more like it from world number 1 Nicholas Giannotti. And for the first time here since 1-love in the second set, it is a 4-3 Bolatinari-Vigone lead. And now it will be on the world number 1 pairing to respond. Mattia Spato to serve on the other end of the changeover. Oh, you see a frustrated Nicholas Giannotti spiking his water bottle in disgust. And it did feel like after that Giannotti hold and then the break for 2-1 that they might start to pull away, but credit to Bolatinari and Vigone. They have not gone away. Some timely service holds there. Timely hold for Diego Bolatinari. And it does feel like, again, Giannotti, Spato, they've been pushed on the back foot a little bit more. A little bit more reactive than the proactive nature we saw of their offense early in set number 1. Time is called out of the chair. It's on the racket of Mattia Spato. He'll serve 3-4 second set. The start they were looking for. All of the sudden, 2 points away from a 5-3 lead. Spato a little too casual with the footwork there. And now they find the line again. Break point chances to serve for the set. It is a break for 5-3. 3 straight games for the unseeded pairing of Balatinari and Vigone. They will serve from out of nowhere for the second set. Of course, a 5-3 lead against this team is certainly no sure thing. And there's a little more fire. And got him with a little body shot there. You can start to sense the frustration of Mattia Spato. Now that's the sort of beach tennis the world #1 pairing is accustomed to playing. That touch right there is crazy. And the framed overhead from Balatinari, breakpoint chances for the world #1 pairing to at least give themselves a look back into this set. That was a little bit, of a lapse in concentration. Probably no need to close that sort of way. It wasn't going to be a desperation overhead. He would have had a cleaner play on it than he thought. Still, Spato, Giannotti break back. And now Nicholas Giannotti will have the opportunity to serve to extend the set. Of course, should we head to a third set break, a reminder that third set breaker first to 10 points, win by 2. No third set breakers in either of our semifinals on the women's side today, but we're getting at least one at some point here on Championship Saturday. Of course, coming up after this, we have our next men's doubles semifinal. After that, we'll get into our 2 doubles finals. For now, we lock in here. Can Nicholas Giannetti find a hold to extend the set? World #1 pairing of he and Mattia Spato will serve 4-5. overhead to perfection. All right, we'll take note of that. First serve went to the center. Standard play. Second one a little lower, better executed by Giannotti, and Spato's on top of the net there. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice catch by the fan. Reactions on point across the board. It's now 30-15 here for Giannotti. That's the moneymaker. That line serve at 30-15, an aggressive play from Giannotti, and the overhead combo from Spato sets up 3 game point chances for 5-all.
Martins Porto de novo fechando a rede. Para deixar tudo igual neste segundo set, 5-5. É hora de decisão, hein?
Giannotti holding for 5-all. Alex Gruskin here. It was a 3-2 Giannotti Spato lead. Then all of a sudden it was 5-3 Bellatinari and Vigone. Served for the set. They never got to set point though. And now here come the world number ones. And now a